Well, I see it on like a variety of fronts. I see it, and having grown up in a family that's mixed and seeing what happens, what the lives that a lot of African American men are leading, and especially young men, and the choices they're making, and this feeling of like desperation, like this is like I can't ever make it to the top, I can't ever be okay. There's a huge part of me that is looking for an internal change. It's like a personal change, and I'm really hopeful that young men will look at themselves differently and what their possibilities are and what their perspectives are, and really do some, it's like, as an educator, it's like you hope that it's cool to be intelligent. You hope that it's cool to be, you hope that, you just want them to, that it's cool to make good choices. And more than anything, I hope that there's at least an inclination of, like, I can do anything, I can be anything. Like, and I don't know, I mean, part of that's real and part of it's not, because as a female, like your parents tell you can grow up and become anything, and then you realize, oh, there's a lot of things that I didn't realize. There were a lot of pieces that I didn't realize went into being a girl, that I really thought I was on a level playing field. I really thought that things were equal. I really thought I could be anything I wanted to be. And you can to a certain extent, but then it also means you have to work harder, and you have to, like, that it looks different. It looks different than maybe what you thought equity was originally. But at least that there's an option of that maybe there's hope in that's a possibility. So I'm really looking for, like, when I think hope or I think change, I think about the change that's possible within. So that's one piece. The other thing I think about change is, as a person who's done quite a bit of traveling, and recently went traveling, and Americans are seen so negatively. I studied abroad in Ecuador, and you wind up in some very awkward positions, like where you really don't even want. I mean, and being the color I am, and the fact that I can speak Spanish fluently, I can kind of meld and pretend to be whatever I want. But I've also learned over time that I'm really, really an American. Like, I think like an American. My ideals are very American. There's like a certain, I mean, in general, there are certain things about me that are very American. I'm learning that I really believe in the market system, even though it's crashing and burning. I like it that, depending upon how hard I work as a human being is what I reap. Or at least that idea. And because of that, I'm finding, I'm just really excited for the possibility that we won't be seen as like this awful group of people who, like, I don't know, like, prey upon every other country in the world. I really, really hope that there's a change there, at least in the perception.